make the people happy, to make the economy grow. So what I have to do with my governor is to have a rapport where we can develop this state through teamwork. Wherever, whatever experience he has, then with my own experience, we bring it to bear. Then harness this idea, then we'll go into action so that Edo State will grow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's welcome the deputy governorship candidate of APGA to take his turn. You need to put on the mic.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Comrade Bello Anero. The question is this: how will I function as a deputy governor when given the chance to be in that position? The governor is the head of the government, while the deputy is to deputize for him. By the special grace of God, I have the opportunity to be the vice president of NUPENG for 8 years. I have deputized before now, and by the grace of God, the work of a deputy governor or a deputy, so to say, is to always be by the side of your superior, your principal, plan with him, carry out the function that will be allocated to you by the governor. Advise him where the need arises. Plan the development of the state and carry out all necessary things that will make the state a better one with the governor. From time to time, when the governor is not on seat, you step into the office and work with the directive or wherever he is, because definitely some people think that where the governor is out is out. No, he is the principal. You consult him wherever he is, but you must advocate whatever he asks you to do to make his absence not too fed by his people. I have impacted so many lives as a vice president of NUPENG in the oil industry. That is where I worked for about 28 years. I have led the labor movement in Warri Zone. We call Warri Zone, we have Warri Zone, Delta, Edo, Ondo, Kogi, and Ekiti. So, leadership, I am not new to leadership. So by the grace of God, people will be happy with you when they see you representing them as at when due. Like in our own field then, as a leader, I am tired. It's not a word of a leader. You can be called upon by midnight, I will be ready to answer your people. So by the grace of God, if I'm given the opportunity to be the deputy governor of Edo State tomorrow, I think Edo State will witness a very good and quality leadership. When I was in Warri, I part in so many lives, like when you talk about the Delta, the Bini boys, the Auchi boys, almost all the marketers, when you ask them, they know my name, they know what I have done for them nationwide. Even at my retirement, I still work for so many of them. Because like we have the problem of petroleum now, some of them will go to depots in Ogara, they will go to Lagos, they will have problem of loading, they will call me, I will call the chairman, I see these people are from my state. So I have been doing that and I will continue to do it.
I'm afraid your time is up.
Okay,
Thank you. So let's hand over the microphone to the Labour Party Deputy Governorship candidate, Prince Yusuf Kadri. It's over to you.
Good evening, distinguished members of the press and distinguished fellow candidates, deputy governorship candidate, I greet you all. Good evening. Yes, my name is Alhaji Prince Yusuf Asama Kadiri. I'm a lawyer, I'm a senior advocate of Nigeria, and I am the deputy governorship candidate of Labour Party in the Edo State governorship gubernatorial election coming up on the 21st of September 2024. Please, apologies. I actually came here very early, 5 minutes to 5. And at 10 minutes after 5, I was informed that the event wasn't ready yet. So I left my assistants, because we've been on campaign rounds, so I left my assistants to help me monitor, to enable me dash somewhere else and come back. You know how critical this time is. So please, and I was in the middle of something else when I was called upon. Yes, I don't know what the question is.
Here, they would have updated you before you got here where we are. But since that wasn't done, we needed you to share your working experiences with us that you think qualifies you to function properly as a deputy governor.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say with all sense of modesty, I am eminently qualified for the office of Deputy Governor of Edo State. Like I said, I'm a lawyer of about 30 years now standing, and I'm a senior advocate of Nigeria of 5 years standing. And as a lawyer, of course, I know the Constitution, the responsibilities of the office of governor and deputy governor, just like the back of my hand. And then, of course, the leadership responsibilities. Not just that I'm a lawyer, I've been active legal practice. Yes. As a deputy governor, my duty, first of all, is the #1 team member. Is the second in command, the deputy captain. And you have to look on to leadership and also provide leadership support to ensure that our programs and policies succeed.
All right, thank you very much.
Yes,
thank you very much. Well, hand over the microphone to the NNPP deputy governorship candidate. It's your turn.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. I would like to let you know that I have work experience in serving the people. I have worked for more than 17 years with my church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, all over Nigeria. My core duty is to render service to the people. I am a native of Benin. I have, in my first degree, government and public administration. Then in my second degree, international law and diplomacy. My core duty as a deputy governor to be is to ensure that the state resources are used effectively and efficiently. Another is to assist in coordinating the state department, ministries and departments. Is to also attend functions on behalf of the governor and so many others. I want to let you know that coming to take this position, it is not a joke. It is something that I have to do because it's actually a calling. One thing I want to promise you is this: if God elects us and you elect us to become your leader, your sufferings are over.
Not make mistake in electing your leaders. Pray about it and God will help you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. With those opening lines, all the deputy governorship candidates here, we are set to go into the heart of this program. Once again, we want to welcome each and every one of you, wherever you're watching across the world, to the ITV and radio and listening to the governorship debate. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Oh my God, what a beauty. I think I will fly you around the world
in your private jet. Spare you with hard currencies. I know your lines. In every love season, this is what you say. You said the same thing to Isosa. Obey.
My name is Mr. Peter Obi. My very good dear people of the States. I appeal to you to vote the Labour Party candidate, Olumide Abada. We need a change. I have traveled around
governorship and deputy governorship debates, and today we're handling the governorship debate, aspirants debate. And we're going to move right now to this question. You know, it's not news that we have rancor between governors and deputies. We've had this happen in Edo State for some years now. In the face of rancor between governors and deputies, we want to put this question to all the candidates here. What will be your strategies to enable a cordial relationship with your principal? And of course, we'll be starting with from the ACC.
Well, having dispute or misunderstanding is a normal thing. Sleeping and waking up with grievances is what is a problem. Where there is no or standing, and both parties are becoming not just particular, it's 9. Of the governor, especially towards the twilight of their 8th year. Out them in past. Therefore, me, I think we all need to be patient. First of all, you must recognize the governor as your principal. I am just a helper. So whenever he makes any unpopular policy, I don't need to confront it, but rather talk to him. Let him understand why that policy is not okay. Call the members together so that they can talk to him. However, someday I would only try my best not to confront, but really did what will anger him. It's just like a marriage between a husband. When sometimes deputy is too calm, the excesses of the governor infuriates the people. But however, as the governorship candidate of AAC from Edo Central, although I'm from Edo South, able to understand him that whenever he gives any instruction, even if it's not the best, I agree with him at that time. But in a cool time, I go to him and tell him, you should have a rethink of this magnitude. And more so, I am never to prove, I should never prove that this understanding is better than his. But someday, give him time to think. Never, ever be confrontational. That is what I think will help in the administration. And when he feels too stubborn, sometimes executive, they call him executive governor, you need to call other people to talk to him.
Thank you for your question. You know, in every setting, disagreement negates peace. And disagreement negates development in every society. To avoid that, my governor may not be 100% perfect. I may not be 100% perfect. There are areas they will make mistakes, which I may cite. Then rather than going into a squabble with him, I will secretly call him and say, Mr. Governor, the actions we are about to take will not lead us anywhere. So let's do it like this. Let's go like this. So he will still resist with me. And as an experienced man, as I am, he will take my ideas and put it to work. So like I said earlier, we are going to, for us to develop this state, two of us must work together as a team, not to go into fighting, as we have witnessed in the past governance and in the present government now. So ADC, by way of harnessing our interests together, we are going to democratize good governance in the state that will make everybody smile. There is no way I will go into squabble with my superior, my principal. Whatever differences we have, we'll go into our bedroom, any external interference. Then we'll call ourselves together, this is not what we promised the people. Let's do it this way to earn credit. Thank you.
Please.
Thank you very much for this question. To me, I believe as deputy governor, you need to give your governor maximum loyalty. Why? Because the first enemy the governor will be looking at is you. Because when the governor is a pitch, you step in. So he's always watching you anywhere you go. So what you need to do is to let him be convincing that you don't have anything of such. It is not that they hate you as a deputy governor to them, but they are afraid that if they have a problem, you can easily cause problem for them elsewhere that will lead to their impeachment. Therefore, you need your maximum loyalty. Because some people may be coming in between you to make trouble, even when you are right and they say you are wrong. Sorry, sir. Because in my place, they say, I'm sorry. You know, they throw a pot of soup. He is your boss. He called you to the game. There is no way, if he asks for your advice, give him advice. But if he did not want you to contribute, my dear, relax. Because you are like a spare tire. When the running tire is not having problem, the spare tire will be there for donkey years without any job to do. So I believe Deputy Governor is to act according to the directive or the instruction of the governor. Whereby he did not seek your advice, you go to your office, do what you want to do. But if there is a limit, he will watch you and say, no, this guy is not the type I am taking. By the time you have it, you go it all alone. And coming to the head of tenure, deputy governor who want to succeed governor, to me as a human being, I don't see the difference between governor and deputy governor. And if you play that loyalty to the head of tenure, you'll be surprised that the deputy governor will want to succeed, because everybody, all this fight we are fighting today is because I want to put somebody that if I'm not there, is not going to open my mouth. That is just the fight you see in politics. So I believe if you are loyal to your governor, at least he can ask you to represent him, knowing fully well that you work well with him and he will always represent his interest when he step out of the office. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Prince Yusuf Kadri, over to you now.
Yes, thank you. I think, quite frankly, for me, the relationship between the governor and deputy governor has no reason whatsoever to break down irretrievably, as we've witnessed in Edo State recently. It's a partnership. Once you're on a joint ticket, you become partners. And naturally, it should be a symbiotic relationship. And for us in Labour Party, myself as deputy governorship candidate, together with my governorship candidate and governor-to-be, by the grace of Almighty God, I would support of Edolites, Olumide Osagbovo Akpata, we already enjoy that symbiotic relationship. And we understand these principles and tenets of team spirit, teamwork. And what does that entail? In the partnership, the governor is a senior partner. And the deputy governor must understand that position. And I very well understand it. And for me, yes, in any human relationship, there are bound to be conflicts. It's natural. Even the tongue and the teeth in your mouth do sometimes conflict. But what is most important is how well do you manage conflicts and ensure they do not go out of hands. Once the team spirit is there, you will be able to manage that. And what is required? Communication, communication, communication. A problem discussed is a problem solved. Then, mutual respect and mutual understanding and mutual tolerance. Very, very important. These are very critical to me in team work. And then, as a deputy governor, recognize the fact that, as I said earlier, the governor is the captain of the ship. He steers the ship. You are there to support and complement him, not to antagonize or oppose or create unnecessary controversies. Yes, of course, it's important to have a deputy governor on the ticket on board who can hold his fort and know his onions. And of course, in our case, I surely, with all sorts of modesty, I'm equal to the task. Chipping constructive ideas, positive ideas, objectively, towards ensuring that the overall objective of the team is delivered, not paying attention to frivolous and irrelevancies and that can distract the government. And I think once there is such unanimity of purpose, focusing our eyes on the common mutual interests, the purpose for which we are elected into office, we will not have any conflict. And and for us as Labour Party, by the grace of God, when we go into office, we want to demonstrate to the whole world that good governance and performance delivery is not rocket science.
Thank you very much.
Thank
sir.
you.
Now, Edith Isokwa of NNPP, your view.
You agree with me that loyalty is very key in any relationship, in any establishment, you have to be loyal to your boss if you want both of you to succeed. I will tell you that Dr. Azeme Azena candidacy and mine is of God. Why do I say that? The government that we want to run, we have started it already. To run a campaign, it is not an easy task. Both of us have been studied each other. I have learned him, and I have come to realize that he's a very good man. I have also found out that in the course of our running the campaign, we face challenges, and both of us are chasing it. Challenges that could have maybe resulted to conflict, but we were able to handle them. That is strength, and that is leadership. So, will benefit Edo people greatly, because it is not of self-interest, it is for the people. We have seen it in the course of running our campaign, and as a deputy governor to be, I will be very loyal. I will be very supportive, because that is part of me already. I don't work with people and have conflict. No. I have worked with so many, I can work with anybody, because I respect people. You need to respect those that you work with. I have been a subordinate in an organization. I have been a manager. And both I have done greatly. In fact, nobody I work with in my organization that want to let go. There was a time that we're laying people off. I was one of the people that was retained because of loyalty. So our candidacy will benefit Edo people greatly. There will not be any conflict at all. Thank you.
Thank you very much to every one of you. We're going to go on a quick commercial break. When we return, the debate continues.
PDP APC. Now wetin Edo people do now? For 25 years, now so suffer.
This 7 years before, I dey share down 100, 200. Now it's 1,000 naira. The dear fuller, I go buy am 10,000 naira. Now the one when I buy last week, I buy am 65. Last 2 weeks, 2 children come. They carry bag load mango when no good when me throw away for dustbin. Those children load that for bag, they eat anyhow. Tears come out for my face. I call those children, I give them 1,000 naira. Make them go eat. What's life? At the life when we dey now. If you put soup for fire, when you not sit down near your kitchen, before you dey come, they don't remove your pot of soup.
What is food for fire?
God who made me. What did they cause? I'm hungry. We market woman, our enemy is dying.
And yet when I won't come back, who side? We want change.
Vote Olumide Osaito Wakpata as governor of Edo State. Vote Labour Party.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Once again, we want to welcome all our deputy governorship candidates. We also want to appreciate all our viewers and listeners from across the world for being a part of this special event, the much anticipated independent television and radio Edo State Governorship debate. We're going straight to our next round of questions. Currently, there is a global economic meltdown, and there is no constitutional provision per se, or constitutional role per se, for the deputy governor of the state.
share with us how you intend to support your principal to improve the revenue of Edo State, to engender economic fortunes of the state. Also, let us know what is the current internally generated revenue of Edo State, and what are the ideas and strategies you will give to your principal to better that, so we can have a better economy for Edo State. And I'd like to start the response from our deputy governorship candidate from the NNPP deputy governorship candidate. Over to you.
Thank you very much. It is true that the economy is in shambles. But in the midst of bad economy, you can create something good. I believe that when there is negativity, you can also get positivity. It depends on you. We have thought about how to create more jobs to enhance the state economy. One of the things that we talked about is this: to get the people of Edo State have good jobs, is to get them involved in the government. You know, the government is responsible for constructing roads. And when we have looked around that the connecting roads in the state, about 90% is not touched. And then we have decided that we are going to create jobs through this by creating vendors, using the indigenes, the ordinary people, to construct those minor roads. You must not have the skill. We call them vendors. You can become a contractor, have a registered company with the government, and then we pre-qualify you. And then we expect that you enter into a contract with the government. If you give a job to one person, for example, to construct Ruby Street, the people in that vicinity he will employ. He has dig the ground, and then someone will have to pour the concrete, and then people are engaged. They pay their taxes to the government. That is one of the ways we want to do that. Another way is through education. We have a robust educational system we want to bring in, that whereby people can learn skills. That while you are here in Edo State, you can work in the US and in the UK. Thank you.
Please, Kadri, time starts now.
Thank you. Yes, for us as Labour Party, we are a people-focused, people-impactful, people-oriented political party. And that is why the symbol of our party is Papa, Mama, Pikin. It's everything about the welfare of the people. The people, they matter too much. I don't agree with you, sir, that we are going through an economic meltdown. No. The economic malady we find ourselves today in this country and in our state are largely as a result of mismanagement of our commonwealth. Simple. And lack of proper prioritization. For us as Labour Party, we are going to prioritize our economic policies. And primarily, we intend to very quickly revamp the economy of Edo State. Because right now, Edo State economy is at a comatose condition. Edo State presently earns about 16 billion naira monthly, out of which 5 billion, about 5 billion is internet generated, and about 11 billion comes from federal allocation. We've gone around the state, 2 rounds of campaigns around the 80 local government areas, all the wards. I cannot find anything that our revenue has been sent to. We are not the poorest state in this country. Cumulatively, we earn over 190 billion per annum, and it has remained so consistent for about 2 years running now. Yet, the state is bleeding with a debt portfolio of over 600 billion. What are we going to do to quickly revamp the economy? Because this economy needs to be productive to create job opportunities for our people. 1, road infrastructure. Very quickly. We are not the type of political party that will be in office and put billboards to tell the public that, please bear with us, this is a federal road. Who are the people plying the road? The roads matter to the economy of our people. We're going to fix, with immediate effect, the roads running through Edo State, whether federal or state roads or local roads. Other states are fixing federal roads and they get refunded by the federal government. I knew the days when a commercial transport operator could fly from Auchi to Benin 3-4 times a day. Now to do 1 trip is a nightmare. Who is affected? The economy of our state. When we fix the roads, we do know that it will open up the economy, and by so doing, there will be multiplier effect, and there will be automatic job creation and wealth creation. Number 2, power, electricity. Our local government sits on the largest gas deposit. Gas is the strongest mineral resources for electricity.
Thank you. Your time is up.
We are going to light up Edo State.
Thank you.
To provide power to our people, to reopen our economy, industries, MSMEs, and business operators will automatically create businesses, and there will be multiplier effect and job creation.
Your time is up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's hand over the microphone to the APGA Deputy Governorship candidate.
Thank you very much.
Your time starts now.
At the economic meltdown, let me talk about the state. It's a thing that when you have a serious government, other 100 days in the office is fixed. First of all, what happened to our agriculture? What happened to water board? What happened to Ministry of Works? Because most of all this boils down to all this segment of the. So we are going to revive the economy of this state under 100 days in the office. First, we will decentralize the Ministry of Works, the water board, then we will fully go into agric. Mind you, rice, if you grow rice today, in 3 months you will harvest it. So we will not be a government that will share rice to people. We will grow rice to feed the people, we will sell to Nigerians, and possibly export rice to other countries. Because I think there are countries that survive with only agriculture. They don't have any other source of revenue. But we have fertile land. We went to Agbede for campaign. They told us that the land of Bemudia Farm, 46,000 hectares of land, is still there waiting for Edo people. Today we cry hungry. If we go back to agric today, that farm alone will employ more than, let's say, 10,000 Edo indigenes. Decentralize the Ministry of Works as it used to be, when you have every Ministry of Works is all the 80 local governments. We have rock in Auchi. What do we need for road making? Rocks, bitumen is in Ovia Northeast, water and sand, which we have here locally without importation. So the people of the Ministry of Works in every local government will take care of their roads, engage them. First, people will get fully employed, and the problem we have in our roads will be reduced to the minimal level. So I think in 100 days in office, we'll be harvesting, we'll be eating our own rice here in Edo State. You go to the what we call Poma rice, Anekbete, all these places are fertile land that you can grow anything that most of these things we bring from the north. Initially, we were bringing ordinary watermelon from the north, but today we have them close to Iroekpe. So all these are things that cause economic hardship to the people. We are not going to be a government of tax collecting 100 naira from Okada, tomatoes women, water, pure water seller. What happened to better breweries? You are there. The other breweries there making money, employing people, and the economy of that country, that company is growing very well. We are going to revamp all these things because there are so many things that left undone that the government have neglected that bring us to the level we are today. Water board. Let the common man have water. Even when you ask them to pay a token of every house 100 naira, 200 naira every month, you will be generating revenue.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you very much.
Let's welcome the ADC Deputy Governorship candidate. Your time starts now.
Thank you very much for your question. Your question centers on the economy and how we can grow it. Yes, that is where our race agenda by my governor comes in. Because we have studied the situation of the economy, how the suffering comes around the people. Poverty, insecurity and all. And where all these things thrive, economy is down. So to tackle this economy, we have set our agenda to revitalize the rural area, then bring in industrialization, together with infrastructure, then together with security. Because without security, your economy will be down. Nothing to talk about. So to grow this economy, we must make sure we tackle security head on. To allow our farmers to go into the farm and do their business. They bring investors to set up their factory and work so that the EDO economy will be boosted up. So we have atomized everything to develop Edo State so that Nigeria, other states can copy from us. That is what we call race agenda. RAIISE. The agriculture, we have neglected the power of the land over the years. Because we discovered that oil has ambushed agriculture in recent times. People not shifting their base, or the federal government shifting their base on oil, where the states always get their monthly allocations. And the dividend of that is only centered on the cities, neglecting the villages. So we are going to tackle agriculture head on, encourage farmers to go to the farm, then clear the road for them to make it peaceful, to go into agriculture proper, so that we can bring our product for export and consumption. Where this is lacking, I bet you those states will still remain poor, or will be described as civil service states.
Thank you. The time is up. We hand over to the AAC Deputy Governorship candidate. Your time starts now.
Even before vying for the Deputy Governor, I have also, in my own way, assisted the state government in building the economy. As of 2023, about 63 billion naira was generated in Edo State without human development. The first thing we need to do is private and public partnership. I would encourage my principal to send a bill to the State House of Assembly. We need to increase the local government by 32 developing council to make it total of 50 One local government is too big to be controlled in Edo State. We need to decentralize it. We don't have power to create the local government, but we can create local government developing council. Like Oredo, we have the west, we have the east, we have the east and west, and each of them should be a local government. And all these we have a critical committee. And on a very good day, Edo State, most of the industries in Edo State, it's not functioning. And thereby, we have to do a PP, a private and a public partnership. Most of people who are in this state have so much money, but they cannot invest in Edo State because the environment is not friendly. On this ground, starting from Bender Brewery, we have a lot of graduates who passed out from the university with flying colors till now they are wasting at home. Bring them together, let them move in and see how we can get machines to start production there. And it's not going to be around 100% by the Edo State government. They bring in their expertise, those that have money, they will come in and it is like in percentage, let it start running and that will bring job creation. Then in terms of developing council, we have to build infrastructure. Each of the local government in Edo State are having their own natural resource, which needs to be harnessed. This we must also do to make sure that the economy is well harnessed. Our youth in Edo State, I think the Edo State civil service is less than 2,000
Thank you.
people.
Your time is up. I want to thank every one of you for your contribution so far in this segment of this debate. We'll be going on a short break, but like we established earlier, we have fact checkers from the West Africa Broadcast Media Academy from our sister station, Delta Broadcasting Service. They will be giving insights into what has come forth from you in terms of fact checking. But just to let our viewers know that you can also watch this program on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ITV Radio NG, on Facebook, and of course on our website, www.itvradio.ng/live. We hand over the microphone to our fact checkers, Ogene Caro Ofoga.
Thank you very much. Like you rightly said, my name is Ogene Karofuba, and from the end here, we can listen to the submissions from the candidates, and one of the area we want to start with, that's the numbers he quoted, talking about Edo State internally generated revenue. I think the ACC candidate actually got the correct figure. It's not 190 billion as you've quoted, but it's actually 63 billion according to Edo State Internal Revenue Service website. You can also check that through from Punch newspaper. It's also displayed there as at 2023. All right, yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have all of that. We'll give the time to respond to all of that much later. But at this juncture, because we're gradually coming to the end of this program, we want to appreciate all our media partners, NTA Benin, Vibes FM, Edo Broadcasting Service, Speed FM, Silverbird TV, and Rhythm FM, Air Live, and we also want to thank all our sponsors, Unilodge Realtors, EZ Properties, Glorious Vision University, Shaka Polytechnic. We'll take another quick commercial break. We'll be right back with you on this program. Stay tuned.
People of Edo State, when lie don't too much for people mouth, they like or call the smell. I beg, make una see this matter. Make una know whether this one na Edo best or Edo worst. Make una judge by una self to see whether PDP government do good work or bad work for 8 years for Edo State. I beg, Madam Justina Idude, may you talk as it be for your side for Ovia Southwest local government. Knack Edo people's story.
As this school you been, na this school don dey like this for many years. So nothing like school again for you. Igbola not get primary school. Even the secondary school, now for do. Now it still be. No renovation, nothing. And here na center where people they do exam. Where they want for sit down, write their work and their neko. If election they call like this, PDP go come, APC go come. Now different promise. Now would they hear. I dey beg, but I mean no say, in go feel run for us.
Both Labour Party for Edo State. Bam!
My name is Mr. Peter Obi. My very good dear people of Edo State, I appeal to you to vote the Labour Party candidate, Olumide Abada. We need a change. I have traveled around Edo State. I've seen the need for great work in areas of infrastructure. This is not time to sell your vote. This is not time to put the future of your children at risk. Even when they give you the money, you can collect it because it's your money. But I appeal to you to vote for a candidate that will serve the people of Edo State. Vote the Labour Party candidate, Olumide Abada.
Labour Party forward ever.
People of Edo.
Thank you for watching us. We will not fail to acknowledge one of our media partners, B-Side FM, and Israel Hub, where we are seated today. Once thank you to them for participating and supporting this event. We talked about security when some of the candidates were talking earlier, and we know it's a big deal, Nigeria at large, and in Edo States in particular. And as a result of problems, we have a local security network formed to tackle some of the grassroots security problems. But even at that, there's a wide range of reservations about the local security network. So in 1 minute 30 seconds, in 1 minute, less than 2 minutes, would want each of the states to tell us what to do outside the box to make local security network accessible. Do you understand? Do you get my question? Okay. All right, I'll take it. We want
Can you hear me? So, we want each of you within the minute 30 seconds to tell us what to do outside the box to make the local security network more accessible according to what they practice.
So I'll start with the candidate of the NNPP, please.
it shouldn't be a problem. It should be something that the people should accept. It depends on how it is formed and the purpose for which it's formed. If it's actually to protect the lives and properties of the people, there will be rules and regulations. And if they are found not to harass the citizens, of course they will obey them. You know, when you bring on board a local security, it is not just for the government alone to use them for any kind of thing they want to do, but it is to protect the people. But when they start harassing the people who want to fight back, even the police, when they harass the citizens, you see how the citizens react. The local security agents, they're supposed to be friends to the people, not to harass. So when we come on board, all those nonsense will stop. It will be a thing of the past. Local security is allowed if they are not, if the purpose for which they have brought on board is utilized, not to harass the citizens, not to pursue people, pay your tax by force, or to chase bus drivers. No, it is to check that, it's to look for criminals, not the common people in the streets going about their personal business. We will not allow that. Thank you.
Yes, as a people century party, we will come into office, we will tackle insecurity head-on. One primary way is doing the best as much as we can, lobbying, collaborating with all other spheres of government around the country to amend the constitution to localize policing. Not any ad hoc approach. Policing was brought to the state and local level. In the 60s, we had native authority that had their own native police. If you go to UK and US, you have county police and even city council police. And so that is what we're going to do here. State police and local and county policing is the way to go. And then with respect to the forest, protecting our farms, we reintroduce what is called the forest rangers. In the days back, we had forestry department in Ministry of Agriculture that had forest and police that manage the police forest called forest rangers. To chase away those who go to put up settlements in our forests and continue to harass our farmers and our local communities. The best way out of insecurity is bringing policing to local and council and state level. Simple system. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The question is, what will I do to make the local security be accepted by the people? What we have in Edo State today is political talks that are forced to local security, so that we should like to say. That is why you see that they are not afraid of any person. They are now under the control of anybody. Our government will not have political talks. By tomorrow, if we are inaugurated, we will source for people, very people with tested integrity, that will stand the test of time.
To do what is right to their people and to every other person as far as security is concerned. So what we have now, if you ask me, I will tell you that it is not what you call them, but they are political talks. That even their master cannot control them. That is why you see them be rejected by the people, because in their community, every community they come from know what they are, the users they constitute to their community, the family they come from, what they have been doing before they have the opportunity to carry that gun legally. Otherwise, what we have in Edo State, I put it before every person, that it is not vigilante, they are political talks. That they don't want to go, they say they go away. Okay, we'll just create an avenue for you to be getting something. So it's a kind of settlement. So if we must have an accepted vigilante, we must get vigilante from a credible and reliable source. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, your brilliant question. You know, in every setting, security is key for actual development. And to make sure we live in peace, we are going to set up local vigilantes, train and retrain, and in synergy with other security agencies in Nigeria, like the police, the army, and others. We will set up a formidable security system that will be acceptable by all. That we are those that are socially oriented and not politically oriented. If they are politically oriented, which means they are thugs. If they are socially oriented, which means they are there for security purpose to safeguard lives and properties in the state. So my government, will set up local vigilantes, trained, equipped, and we can call them farm rangers. And by the time these are set up, we mandate them, we empower them, we equip them, we give them insurance to make sure they go to every nook and crannies in our forests to fetch out all these criminals and make our environment peaceful. So we are going to set up a vigilante that will be acceptable by all. Thank you.
Well, in our government, setting up a local vigilante is first of all to let them know that it's not an entitlement. There should be a training, minimum of 3 months, and they must be localized in their areas, their community, where people know them. Let them know that they are responsible for lives and properties maintenance in that area. Make them known. More so, before you know a responsible person, do not aid an irresponsible person with irresponsible activities. Their clothing, uniform I mean, must be a bright color, whereby we also make sure they don't drink, they are not drunk, rather, they are not drug addicts. These must be tested before their employment, and they should be well remunerated, not letting them know they should go and source. They are not volunteers. We won't call them volunteers. They should be employed. At the end of the month, they should be expecting money, salary. First of all, that give them responsibility.
We're going to go on another commercial break, because we're ready. So let's
Good people of Edo State, the day has broken for a good government, for a man who have done so well for his people, the only man who rejected 504.
Thank you. Your time is up.
God bless you.
Please pass it over to the LP Deputy Governorship candidate. 1 minute.
Labour Party, we are bringing in people-focused, people-oriented, and people-impactful government. We are going to make the people important and relevant again, because what we've witnessed in the past 25 years, the people do not seem to matter in the government of the Edo State, and even in Nigeria. Vote in Labour Party, Olumide Osaigbovo Akpata, Yusuf Asama Kadiri, SAN. With Olumide and Kadiri, Edo will be okay. We will restore the hope of the people. We will restore the hope of the common man. And to show to the world that good governance and performance delivery is not rocket science. It is doable. Nahati day. To do well for the people is a thing of the mind. We have had people manning our affairs who do not care about the people. We care about the people. Papa, Mama, Pekin. What matters most for people is what matters most for us. Vote Labour Party to restore hope and good governance. Thank you.
Thank you. And now to the NNPP Deputy Governorship candidate.
My fellow Edo people, it is time for you to make the right choice. We know where your treasures are. If it is not us, it will not work. We are going to help you. If you miss us, Edo State will remain the way it is. It is not a political statement, it is purely spiritual. Before you go cast your vote, ask God who to vote for, and he will speak to you if you ask honestly. Thank you. Vote for NNPP. Vote for Dr. Azeme Anzena and Edith Iwegi and Isoba.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the Edo State Deputy Governorship debate. We want to say big thanks to all the candidates, deputy candidates, I should say, and the political parties that made themselves available for today. Tomorrow we'll be back here for the big one, the much talked about, anticipated governorship debate involving all the political parties that we have on stage. I want to say big thanks to all our media partners, NTA Benin, Vibes FM, Edo Broadcasting Service, Speed FM, Silverbird TV, and Rhythm FM, Air Live, Ehizwa Hub Event Center, B-Side FM, as well as our outside broadcasting crew. We want to appreciate all our sponsors, Unilodge Realties, EZ Properties, Glorious Vision University, and Shaka Polytechnic. From Daisy.
The needs of choose a candidate whose vision aligns with the need of Edo people. Thank you very much.
We'll crave your indulgence to please rise to your feet as we take the national anthem to close. The national
for government, PDP put signboard for everywhere say their candidate he go do one, do waiting. Now they break. I beg, make una see how our road everywhere for Edo State can be under PDP. This na Imande Street for Upper Mission Ikobaha local government. See Bini to Auchi road as can be. See Ekpoma road to Auchi as he be. This na Ekpoma, my people. See Ekenwa road before barracks, Bat road everywhere. This na for a way like community for Orion local government. Make una see bypass road for Sapele road for Benin City. This time Hama for GRO Benin City when Chikere rain fall. And many other roads, bad everywhere for Edo State. People of Edo State, we don't see PDP part 1, their part 2 go good to make we shine our eyes. We want change.
But Olumide Osait of Wakata